Hello, hello, and welcome to JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. If it's your first time here, we're doing some great running videos here. A little bit of unboxing every once in a while. Lots of mods and upgrades for these crawlers. So if you're a crawler person, please stay tuned. If you've been here before, thanks for stopping back. Today we're out with the HPI. This is the Venture Toyota FJ body. This was a fantastic find for me. They do not sell these anymore, but about 2 years ago I found one. I did have to wait 6 months on back order for it, but I got it. You can actually buy these chassis to build, and they are pretty fantastic. Like I said, I've had this for over 2 years now. I got an RTR. I have changed out quite a few things. I think the only stock electronic left in it is the... Oh, geez, I don't even know. Maybe the motor. It might still be the stock motor. And it's a 35 turn, 550 motor, so I'm probably going to put something else in there shortly. As you can see, it's a little hard to modulate, even with the Hobbywing 1080 ESC. I got 35 kg Metal Gear servo in there, 3S lipo, and the Flysky RX-TX. But yeah, other than that, I think just the motor is the only thing stock electronic-wise. We did take off the rear bumper and the spare tire, give it a little more forward weight bias. I also added some metal links, metal steering, and metal rims. Those are 1.9 deep dish wagon wheel rims. They're wrapped in some 1.9 Rock Beasts from Pitbull. And they have the Boom Racing Revolver foams in there, dual stage. And if you're not familiar with those foams actually come with little weights, and there's little holes drilled in the foams, and you can add as much or as little weight as you'd like. I packed them with every weight that they sent. So all 4 tires got lots of extra weight in them. It's really helpful, especially with this truck. It was super light to begin with. It actually had plastic links and stuff on it, which you don't really see in many. I'm not sure if the kit is the same. I would hope they switch at least the links up to metal links, as well as the steering. Yeah, because the plastic just didn't work for me. Nobody wants plastic flexi links. Come on, and with the crawler. I was surprised to see that. But I do love the steering on this, even though they were plastic up front there. Or there was one metal, I'm sorry. The big long link was metal, but the small link was plastic. So I didn't like that, obviously. I want to do a little more. Everybody wants some nice stiff steering and stiff suspension when you're crawling. Not suspension, but stiff arms for the suspension to travel on. So the steering on this is awesome, though. It's set up so it's mostly behind the steering, or behind the axle, which I like a lot better than all the ones with the steering in the front, which gets smashed against the rocks and stuff all the time, the steering arms. This one, at least the axle itself is taking the brunt of the hits, which I think is the way it should be. The axles are much bigger, thicker, stiffer, made of more parts. So smacking that against a rock would be better, in my opinion, than smacking a little tiny thin bar, whether it's plastic or metal. The steering, so that's cool. It's one thing I really liked about this when I first saw it, was that the steering was up kind of behind the front axle there. Haven't had any issues with it binding up at all in the front. It's a 3-link with a panhard plus the steering, but they made everything fit perfect there, and everything's smooth, articulation-wise and everything. Nothing ever binds up, so I like that. Great performing truck too. Actually, this part right here, matter of fact, I would normally cut this out just because you can't really see the truck, but this is an impressive line, my friends. I know you guys have places you probably go, and there's that line that you try and can't really get with many of your trucks. Remember, there's 1 or 2 that can. There is only a couple of my trucks that I can make this line with. That first part, really twisty and a big old rock you got to jump over. Then the rest of it is still super slippery, and again, sandstone is what we run on here. So it gets a little dusty and a little slippery, especially when it's wet. But the good thing about it is it does chip away too. So as pieces break off, the trail actually changes, and lines can change. And a line you couldn't make before, one little chunk breaks out, and you have a spot where you can grip a tire in, then all of a sudden you can make that line. So it's really fun coming out here to Arapeca. Anybody that lives in the Central Florida area, even if you're over on the East Coast, I'm on the West Coast here, right around Tampa. Even on the East Coast, if you make that 2-hour trip, it's definitely going to be worth it for you. Make it a whole day trip, because there's just so much here to mess around on. I don't think I've even seen all of both of the huge piles of rock that there are here, but we do have a blast when we go out, and this truck really makes it fun and very, very... Yeah, see there in the front? Where's the steering arm? It's not in the front of the axle. It looks so awesome. It looks so real. All right, anyways, enough about the truck. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate all the support. Go ahead and like, smash that notification button, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you next time. Get out there and have some fun.